I'm very excited to share with you the Happy Camper Tips Planner. This planner is divided into two main sections. Section 1 is in case of emergency and your individual campground listings. Here you would detail information relative to where you are, where you're staying, information about your campsite, as well as information about the camper and the tow vehicle itself should 911 need to identify you if they're sending out an ambulance. Also, there's information on everyone who is camping with you, names, addresses, allergies, medical conditions, medications, and a space to put a phone number, contact information for next of kin, and also a place for information on your pets. The second part of Section 1 is your individual campground listings. I've divided the United States into 6 separate regions, and each region has got a section of campground information for every state. The main sheet is where you put the information about the campground name, how you reserve it, whether it's private or not, information about the site itself, as well as the campground, because you may not be on a waterfront site, but the campground may have them. Restaurants, tourist attractions, there's a place to put a line through the weather during the day, and at the evening you can color code that so you know in the morning it was partially cloudy with rain, and at night you had some rainstorms. There's a section here for next time where you can go through and list what your favorite sites would be and what sites might be waterfront. And we all have certain sites that we never ever want to book by mistake. So here's a section here to put the sites you don't want. There's a place to put if the loops are pet friendly or not, if that's important to you, as well as whether it's near a beach or a pool. There's also a section here of fun things to do, a place to put your memories, and then a way to rate your site. And so we go through, and each section has got the individual state listings. They're hyperlinked here as well as across the top. And each state has got 15 campgrounds listed. So you can fill in up to 15, and there are extra pages you can fill in for this. The first 5 of each state are hyperlinked. So here in New York, Campground 1 in New York is Green Lakes. It's in Syracuse. It's in the central region, and I rated it a 9.5. So if I click on the 1, it will bring up New York 1 and all of the information about the campground, what the site has, what the campground has, memories I've made. And as I said, there are 15 of these for each state, and additional pages are at the end of each section or region so that all of these tabs and hyperlinks will work for that section. So if you want to add an extra one in New York, you would use the extra page for the Mid-Atlantic section, add it within the New York section, and then it's there. You can't add any more hyperlinks. There's just 5 per state. But with the listing, you can determine where it is within the list. Section 2 has got packing list, camping checklists, monthly calendar, meal planner, recipes, and grocery lists. Throughout the planner, I've also got some tips. Here we've got your first set of packing lists, which is food prep, cooking, linens, basic groceries. There's a section here for clothing and hygiene where you would put the person's name here and check mark that you have that item for that particular camping member. We have activity related, miscellaneous, and then just a big spot for you to put your own in. Under the camping checklist, there's things that you want to do before you leave home. You want to make sure you've pre-cooled your fridge. You want to make sure your awning's in and secured, your propane tank's off, your windows are closed, things like that. And then there's reminders for hitching up, Did you raise the stabilizer jacks? Did you check your air pressure? Did you put your battery on? Those type of things. Then when you get to the campsite, there's a quick checklist here. Again, none of this is all-inclusive. It's a good memory jogger, though. You want to level your camper, lower your jacks, you want to chock your wheels, you want to hook up your power cord. That's all the information for when you're starting your camping trip. And then when you're heading back home, these are some of the things that you want to do. Then we have the monthly calendar section where you would fill in where you're camping. And then a menu planner, so you can plan out your meals for the week. Then we have a recipe section. It's broke down by breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, dessert, and appetizers. So you've got a listing of recipes here. None of them are hyperlinked. And then you can put the individual recipes in. Again, there's blank pages for all of these so that you can add more if you like. Then we have the grocery list and the shopping list. It's basically all that you need for a camp out and for planning your next camping adventure.